It feels good, man. It feels good because you know what? Like, I like to short as much as the next guy, and I'm always down to buy cheaper. But the fact of the matter is, the majority of people are going to make more money when everything is going up because it's just easier. The entire market's going up. If you own spot, you're making money without doing anything, right? So it's just better. It's just better to be a bull. You know, the timeline's happier. There's less fighting. More people are making money. Like, that's what we love to see. I want everyone to win. I told you guys at the start of this bear market, I told you guys way back here when we were dying, I said, I'm not fucking going anywhere. I don't know how many more cycles I'm going to continue to post. I don't need to be here. I could have left a long time ago, but I want to help as many of you as possible make some money, and I've been getting some amazing DMs. So I know a lot of you guys are caking. You're well positioned, whether it be from things that I said or just your own analysis, which is awesome. And I told you I'm not fucking leaving. We got one more in us, man. We got one more in us. Now, the thing is, what happens here? That's kind of the big question. Is this the start of the new bull trend, right? Like, I told you guys on the weekly, my whole thesis was like, listen, dude, this is an uptrend. I don't care what anyone says, right? This is higher highs, higher lows. So until that trend changes, I think there's no reason to be super concerned or shorting or anything like that, you know, super aggressively, or trying to call when this thing will top out. Could this come all the way back down here and then go up again? Could it come all the way back down fucking here? Anything can fucking happen. As we've seen, we can have a 20% candle in a single day. So you gotta try and remain level-headed, right? And not act out of emotion, as fun as it may be, because as much as your emotions can be this ecstatic and this hype and this stoked, the other way is just as possible. You can be completely wrong and you can be feeling like despair and like, what the fuck, and, you know, crushing it, soul crushing. So try and keep level heads, but we're looking good. There's no reason, in my opinion, here to try and fade this breakout. We've been in this range for 200 days, between 30 and 25K, 200 days. And now we've got a 20% candle breaking us out of that range. Fading this immediately seems pretty fucking dumb, in my opinion. The only reason I would consider shorting this is if it got back into here. So if we got back into here and started holding back below the range high, then this looks kind of ugly. But other than that, any sort of dips I think are for buying. I don't think there's any reason to be trying to force a short here. There's a good chance that we probably form some sort of new range here. Yes, we're hitting that weekly fair value gap. When I made that original tweet, I said 33 to 36K. That came from here, this weekly fair value gap. So we've now punctured into that, right? We spiked into it and we're seeing a bit of a pullback. Personally, I still think that, you know, regardless of us hitting this, we can consolidate here and we can absolutely leg up again. This can go much higher. Is there potential that someone, you know, knows something about the ETF and that's now being priced in, right? We're seeing some tweets saying like, oh, this ETF is now listed here and who knows what's real, what's not. What you guys got to remember is when I went over my plan here for this most recent long. So if you've been watching my videos, following me on Twitter, I've been bullish since the end of August and the start of September. So right at the range lows. And my bullishness was 100% predicated on the chart and nothing else. I said, we have the ETF headlines. That's good, right? General good news out there about Bitcoin is good. But this was purely a technical play. We have June's range. We ran the range high. We got short. We ran the range low. We got long. It's that simple. We had the monthly order block. We had a bullish monthly SFP into a monthly order block. 2 months later, we're 35% higher. Like, the power in these high time frame charts is incredible. You see these huge moves. The difficulty with the high time frame charts is it takes forever to fucking play out. I posted that tweet over a month ago. Moved to 33 to 36K. We have a monthly retest of demand with a sweep. Weekly failed breakdown and a push higher. We have a fair value gap and we ran 3 weeks low and that's providing support. So that was all that this chart was based on. Nothing else. I wasn't doing anything sort of crazy. This was our invalidation. So as long as we're not trading below 25.5K, I think we go up. We never did. Once we put in that low here, that was it. Off to the races. In every video, I told you the same thing. I said, guys, this is just putting in higher highs, higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows. Drag your invalidation from here to here to here, now up to here, and who knows where the next stop goes, right? It's been purely TA based. No fucking news, no insider fucking information. So whatever the people who want to say, oh, TA doesn't work, you couldn't have predicted this move, like, literally suck my dick. Like, literally lick my balls. Like, honestly, because that's all I do. The proof is in the pudding. Not just in my P&L and my charts and my tweets, it's in yours. You guys are seeing it work for you. You guys are making money. You guys are doing well. And that's all that really fucking matters. So regardless of what other people think about your TA, how you trade, your decision-making skills, none of that fucking matters. Because at the end of the day, it's you and your P&L. What someone says online, what someone fucking comments under your tweet, what this guy in this Discord said to you, it does not make you any fucking money. This is 100% a game where your input directly affects your output, right? If you're putting in the time, putting in the work, you will see the results, and no one else can fucking change that for you. You're the one clicking the buttons at the end of the day. We had this entire move mapped out. I've remained bullish. I've remained posting longs. We called the bottom on the fucking dollar, and then I said the top is going to be at 107.30. It went to 107.34.8. We called the top on the dollar. I said if the dollar hits this fair value gap, Bitcoin's gonna start going up, just like Bitcoin started going down here. The inverse, right? We had 2 months of down on Bitcoin, 2 months of up on the dollar. What happens now if we get 2 months of down on the dollar? Where's Bitcoin go? Way fucking higher. Again, it's all been laid out in advance, and it's just been basic fucking TA. It's not overthinking it. It's not fucking around with the positions once you're in. It's just playing the chart, taking what it gives you. Don't overcomplicate it. So whether or not this is the beginning of a new bull trend or this ends up being some sort of lower high, it doesn't fucking matter. The money is made. It's not about holding a fucking position from here all the way to all-time high. I don't care about that shit. If I can catch this kind of move, this kind of move, this kind of move, like you're changing your life on these kinds of moves. If you're able to consistently catch just the meat of it, you don't need to have been long from here to here. But if you got long from here to here and you caught the majority of the move, you're crushing. What I want you guys to focus on, right, as much as there's excitement, what are you going to see on timeline? You're going to see it from me. I've already been doing it. I'm clout chasing like a motherfucker. I'm a little clout goblin. And you're going to see tons of people posting their P&Ls, making hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're going to see people posting fucking I told you so's. You're going to see people that you could have sworn were bearish like yesterday posting that they longed the bottom and that they shorted the top of this spike. You're going to see all sorts of BS. Realize most of these people aren't trading, they're marketing, they're shilling you something. Whatever it is they're doing, maybe they're just doing it for their own ego. But none of that affects your P&L at the end of the day. There's no way you're going to hate yourself more than if you were bullish, but then some account on Twitter who's an anon, but has a lot of followers says, oh, we're going down. You close your long and then you wake up to a 20% candle. You're going to fucking hate your life. Way better off trusting your instincts, doing your own analysis. And then if you're right, it's on you. Congrats. And if you're wrong, it's going to be way more easy to live with that loss because you aren't going to be blaming someone else, right?